time to meet my final guests. One is best known for The In-Betweeners, and the other brought us the US hit Gossip Girl, and together they star in the new BBC Two comedy White Gold. Please welcome James Buckley and Ed Westwick. Much excitement. Welcome both.
Thank you.
Do you know everyone on the couch?
David, a little bit. First time, I think, for these guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. That's
Hello. I know you. We've worked together, darling. Well, you gave me a job. I think that's... It was an acting job. It was an acting job. Well, I was acting. I've come to see you. I've come to see you boys a couple of times.
Yeah, a few times. Yeah. And Ed, already we've had this in the corridor.
Yeah.
People just think you're an American actor over here slumming it, but in fact you are.
Hello, I'm English. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that bemused me. Actually, I thought you were American.
Yeah.
Now you're English. That's amazing.
It. Sorry to
Are you pleased or disappointed?
No, I think it's great. I'm really happy about it. It's great.
I was a little bit worried he was going to be upset.
And obviously, you know, we're all very happy working here in Britain. How did you get that job in Gossip Girl? How did that happen?
I was doing one of the jobs that James did. No, they do something called pilot season out in the States when they're putting together new TV shows, and I went out there, like many young actors do, from all around the world, and auditioned. It was one of the many auditions, and I, with a little bit of luck and a little bit of whatever, got the part.
Well done.
And a good American actor as well.
Back down to work. Do you live here now? Are you back living?
Yeah, well, I'm back and forth, but yeah, I'm in London.
You can be a big star over there, but face it, right now you're in a show with Jay from The In-Betweeners.
And I'm having a blast.
And that show is White Gold. It's on BBC Two Wednesdays at 10, and then the whole series will be available on BBC iPlayer. So the first one out this week. Great response to the show. You must be pleased. And it's set in 1983 in the world of plastic double glazing salesmen.
It's riveting.
But it's you reunited with Joe.
Yep.
Joe Thomas. There's the two of you. And it is set in 1983. We established that. And of course, it's written by the In-Betweeners creator.
Yeah.
So did the three of you work on this together, or how did it happen?
One of the co-writers of The In-Betweeners, Damon Beasley, he's written and directed this, and he told me about this idea 10 years ago. So that sort of shows his work ethic, I think. He mentioned to me a long, long time ago. Like a decade, I think it was a decade ago. And we've just got round to doing it.
And was it weird for you coming into an environment where those three guys knew each other so well?
I'm still in therapy for it, to be honest. But, no, it was wonderful. I mean, obviously they had a great success with The In-Betweeners. I mean, everybody loves it, right? It's hilarious. And, I mean, they've got a great bond, and they've got that shorthand Joe and James do, so it was good. I feel like I learnt a fair bit.
And what was it like with him coming into the mix?
Be careful.
I'll be honest, it was... See, Ed's a professional, and he's good at what he does, and he knows his lines, and he knows where to stand. He knows what direction the camera's facing and things like that, and it made us all look really bad, and I didn't appreciate it. Me and Joe are there, we're trying to muck about all day, and if they've got something to show for it at the end of the day, then that's a bonus. Ed's there, and he's worried about the TV show. Oh, it's got to be good. That's not why you get into this business. You're doing it all wrong. You're working far too hard. I don't do this job to work for a living.
Hey, we've got a clip. We've got a clip of White Gold. Now, this is the three of you... how do I put this? It's the three of you discovering a 1980s sexual revolution. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, enjoy. It's out there.
That's what we do.
There's a bit after that where it gets worse.
It becomes like an action scene. Brilliant. It's really good.
No, it gets... Honestly, that scene really gets very funny.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Often when people are coming on the show, you know, a lot of celebrities, they have Twitter accounts. So you just kind of... You might check their Twitter feed, just see what they've been up to, in case it might provoke a question. And we checked James's.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter responsibly.
No, you really don't.
I forget that people follow me on Twitter.
This is what you tweeted just a few days ago.
Oh, God.
Yep.
I actually shit myself over the weekend in front of my wife, my kids, my parents. I still wonder why I have difficulty making friends. Is that true?
Absolutely true. It's absolutely true. My parents were there, my sister was there, her boyfriend was there. I've only met him a handful of times. And, yeah, right, what it was was...
Explain yourself.
I was working, at the time, I was working on another TV show. Sorry, I've been cheating on you. But there was, I have to go away during the week. And what was great was I got to come home at the weekends, but for my boys, I've got 2 little boys, 3 and 5. And the Sunday came and I'd had to leave that night to go to work for the next day. And my eldest son got really upset. He was like, "Oh, you're going already?" And I was going, oh sorry, mate. I thought, then I felt like I had a fart. And I thought, this will cheer him up. He'll love this. I said, "Listen, I've got to go, but come and give me a big squeeze. Come and give me a big hug." And I was going to do that thing where they give me a big squeeze, and I'm going to go, "Oh, you've squeezed me too hard." And I thought that would be a great way to leave him.
To cheer him up.
He took a little bit longer to come to me to give me the cuddle, and I was losing the fart a little bit. And he's small, so I was bent down. I was in a position. And I maybe just pushed a bit too hard. Because we were all having a dinner because I was leaving to go to work. Because there were so many people there, I just had to say, "I've shit myself." I've got to go for an emergency shower. But it happens. It happens, OK? And I don't mind talking about it. It's about time someone came out and spoke about this kind of thing. This is the sort of thing that I'd like to talk with Piers Morgan about. These are the issues. It's such a taboo subject.
I hate to say this, but Liam Payne, follow that. Good, right? Wow. Does that feel good?
Yeah, it's nice to be back on stage again. Thank you so much. You guys have been beautiful. Thank you. It's been a very different experience for me coming out of it, because I've never done any of that dancing stuff. We call it movement, so there was not to scare me. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's good fun.
No, a great performance, and yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. And presumably that new single now is that an album to come?
Yeah, I've been making an album on my way for a year now, so I've got a lot of different singles and stuff to come out yet. So.
But you'll drop something at some point.
I'll drop. That's not.
I do hope so.
Just be careful you don't push too hard.
Yeah, don't do that. Right, that's nearly it. But before we go, just time for a visit to the big red chair. Who's there? Hello.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. And what's your name?
Matt.
Matt.
Yep.
Matt. Are you, by any chance, from New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought so. Wow. Off you go with your story, Mitt.
I was a few years ago, me and my cousin were on the way to the Rugby Sevens in Wellington, and we were dressed as bananas. We decided to stop.
Guys, just need to stop you 1 second. Sorry, Salma. They were going to see the rugby, and they were both dressed as bananas.
I did hear that part.
Okay, yes. You thought you didn't understand.
They said drinking. They were drinking bananas.
They were dressed as bananas.
Okay.
They were dressed as bananas, obviously. Sorry, Mitt.
Then we decided to stop on the side of a hill for a piss. That all went reasonably well. And then Chris's need to piss pretty quickly turned into the need to shit. So he crouched down. That all went okay. It only went downhill when he decided to stand up, slipped over, quite ironically in a banana costume, rolled down the hill, knocked himself out on a tree. I ran down the hill to try and save him, slipped over in what he'd just done. Both ended up down the bottom of the hill covered in all sorts, and ended up in hospital with his brother there waiting for us. me and him got kicked out of the hospital because we thought we'd take it into our own hands to fix him because the doctors were taking too long. So we got kicked out, went back to town, had a good night, and about 3 hours later we see Chris walking down the high street in his hospital gown, discharged himself.
You can walk. Go. I've never been to New Zealand, but I so want to go.
I didn't understand anything. I understood banana, shit, crack, hospital. It was too long. He said it was too long. That's all I understood.
Well done. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go in that chair, you can contact us via our website, which is this very address. And that is it for tonight. Please say thank you to my guests, Mr. Liam Payne, David Walliam, James Buckley, Ed Westwick, and Salma Hayek. Do join me next week with singer-songwriters Beth Ditto, Baywatch's Zac Efron, actress Annabelle Wallace, and her co-star in The Mummy, the one and only Tom Cruise. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.